Hey everyone, so this is a video on how I think is the best way to do partial sewings or in between tracks. As you can see, you have the perimeter of the person's hair out, and you're going to do the two braids that meet each other from one end. As you can see, I'm braiding on one side and I'm going to stop towards the back at the middle, and then I start on the other side depending on how they want the hair to lay, if it's a side part or in the middle. But you'll start the other braid on the other side and braid it the same way and just bring it down and let it meet in the middle of where the first initial braid was and join them together. So I'm finishing up those two braids and I join them together. And now is to do the center part, the middle portion of the hairstyle. So what I'm doing is parting some of the hair down in between the tracks, and I'm going to make a small part to do a small braid. And I'm only braiding from one end to the other side. I'm not doing two braids that meet in the middle for this one. And I'm only adding a small amount of Kinecolon braiding hair to make sure that the braid is secure and lasts longer. And when you get to the other side of this braid, you're gonna take the hanging portion of the braid and tuck it through that initial braid that's on that other side. I'm sorry, I couldn't get the camera to go on over there, but that's what I'm doing with the comb, is pushing it through and pulling it over. And it's best to probably use the crochet needle, but I don't have one. And I just do this all the way till I get to the top, and I do about 3 braids for this. And I'm doing the same thing on this side, is leaving some hair out in the middle and then doing a small braid to the end and then pulling it through the other braid on the other side.
It's the genius.
So now what I'm getting ready to do is start the sewing process. And the first track, what I'm going to do is sew it from the beginning of the one braid around to the other, because she wants the side part. And you're just going to follow that all around and just sew it right around and start at one end and then move it all, bring it all around and stop at the other end. So after doing the crown, as you can see, was some of the crown, I'm going to start sewing in the through the braids that I have in between. And all I'm doing is starting attaching it to the first track and then sewing it across. And that's pretty much it. And I'll do that for the rest of the braids that I have in there in between the hair that's left out. that's pretty much it. I'm doing the very last track, as you can see at the top. And that's it. Now look at the hair. You can wear it going back. You can wear it in a ponytail, and if she wants her side. So this is the final look. Yeah, and pretty much the purpose of this hairstyle is to still allow you to be able to get to your own natural hair, but also giving you the fullness of a full weave without having all of your hair restricted. And as you can see, she can wear it in a high ponytail all the way back off of her face, as well as she'll be able to put it back down and get to her side part that we had initially done in the beginning of the video. So I think this is a very good hairstyle for those that aren't really used to weaves or want to just give a full sewing a break. You can kind of get the same look of a full sewing, but still have access to your own hair and still be able to get to it if you don't like not having